What's up, guys? This is backtesting part 5, and we are just going to get straight into it. We are at 9:30 market open on Monday of this week. I always start on Monday and just work my way through the week. So the first thing I'm going to notice here is we have this fair value gap as well as this one above it right here. And what I'll do is I'll either combine these fair value gaps or go up on the higher time frame. Right here, we still have two, but this one looks a little bit better. And what I would do if we get something here, break even would be right here at the internal. If I go on the higher time frame, you can see we just have a big thing of fair value gaps. So we have this little kind of, I don't know what you would call this right here, a little leg. I don't really know. It's only one candle here, but yeah, this is how I would draw this out if I were to look to take this. But we don't really have a liquidity sweep here. We do have, I would say, delivery from this 2-minute if we get this. But we'll see what happens here. And price just dumps. So price dumps. Did we sweep this yet? No, we didn't sweep this. We did get a sweep of this right here. Let's see. Price continues to dump here. Now, I wouldn't consider this right here a fair value gap. I would consider this more of a liquidity void. It's just a big dump. Wouldn't really consider that a liquidity fair value gap, just more of a liquidity void. So I wouldn't use that for an entry. But we do have a sweep of this liquidity here. Now, do we have any other sell side liquidity that we would be looking to take out? No, it doesn't seem like it. But we do have a liquidity, not a liquidity void. We have a weekly opening gap right here. So that's something that could tell us that the market is bearish. So we could be looking to take that out. Obviously, we took out this sell side. So market could be bearish right now, but we'll just kind of see what happens, because I don't try to predict what happens with the market. I kind of just react to what it gives us. If we get a setup or not, it tells us where price wants to go. So right now we're kind of just chopping. Now we could get a liquidity sweep of this, and we could get a long setup to maybe up here. Let's see, because we are in discount, so wouldn't really want to short here while we're in discount. All right, so we do sweep this right here. Now we do have this fair value gap right here that I wouldn't really want to use. So I'll go on the 1 minute, because that one's really small. It's only almost 3 points. And we have this fair value gap right here. This one looks a lot better. It's about 6 points. So this one looks good. We could get a long setup here, like this, targeting up here with a partial here or break even here, sorry, partial here, and full TP up here. Now let me draw this out. Break even, TP1. No, didn't want to do that. TP1 and TP2. Now we'll see if we get this inverse. No inverse there. Now one thing we can notice here is that we just created this new internal high right here. So if we get an inverse and it takes out this internal high, then we'll not be taking the trade, because this is our new break even. The rule is don't take a trade if internal liquidity is swept. And right here, internal liquidity gets swept, so no trade there. So now I can get rid of this. No trade here because we swept internal. Now let's see if we get something else. We get another sweep here. No fair value gap on the 1 minute, but we do get another sweep here. So go on the 30-second. No fair value gap here. Nothing really to take a setup off of. 2 minute, nothing there. So now let's just watch and see what we get. All right, we get another sweep here. All right, another sweep. Let's check the 1 minute. fair value gap on the 1 minute, but it's only 1 point. So I would prefer to use this 30-second right here. It's 7 points. So I'll draw this one out. If we get an inverse here, again, this would be about the trade, 60 tick stop. Break even would be right here. Partial right here. And not too greedy, about a 2.3 R target right here for a full TP. So we'll do, again, break even, TP1, and TP2. Now we'll see if we get this inverse. Price is chopping around a little bit. Another sweep here. Let's fix this. There we go. All right. So we do create this internal high, but it's not outside of this fair value gap. So it doesn't matter because it's not out here. It's once we inverse this fair value gap. So let's keep watching. And boom, right here we get an inverse. So now this would be a trade that we could take, right? Now, again, on the 1 minute, this fair value gap is too small, so we're not going to take that. We would take this 30-second. I'm only going to use 2 contracts here. One for the partial, one for the break, or one for the partial, one for the full TP, just for an example, just to make it simpler. One for partial, one for full TP. It's a lot simpler to do it that way. Just for the examples anyways. I don't always do that when trading, but this is just for the example. So we're in here. Let's see. All right. So now we created this new high. This will now be our break even. We seem to be pulling back into this fair value gap here. And boom, right here, now our stop loss will be at break even. All right. Price pushes up. Let's hope we get this first TP. And price goes back to break even. So now this is a break even trade. And no loss there, just break even. I believe I took this trade. I think I took partials at 1 risk reward when I took this. But yeah. So this would have been break even, no loss here. Again, one of the things I do is I do sometimes take partials at 1 to 1R. If you would have done it like that, you would have gotten some profit there. You would have entered in with 2 here. Again, full TP here. Set your break even right there. And when you hit this 1 to 1R, take 1 contract off. This is what I did when I took it. So that's another thing you can do. I like to take partials at 1 to 1R just to secure something. Like sometimes the first TP will be a little far. So that's pretty much up to how you want to do it. But yeah, so you could have done either way. Either way you wouldn't have lost. Either way you would have either just been break even or you would have gotten partials. So now I'll just keep playing this out. We got the break even right here. Now I'll remove this. We'll just keep trading and see how this goes. Anything here? 1 minute, 2 minute. Okay, so you can see right here, there was also a 2 minute. If you had wanted to take this, this one would not have gotten stopped at break even yet. Again, I would have taken the 30-second, or I did take the 30-second actually, but that one hit a full TP at least for a 2R. If you want to target up here, you could, but we're going to continue where we left off. So right here, we have a sweep of buy side, and we have an inverse here. It's a 4 point, so it's very on the edge here on if I would have taken this or not. Check the 30-second. The 30-second has two. I could have you can combine here, or you can take the 1 minute, and the 1 minute is only 4 points, I believe. Yeah. So with this, you can take either the 30-second and target here, like this, combine these two, and target here for a break even. Maybe a TP here. Let's see. If we enter here, we have about 75 ticks. So first TP would be here, full TP would be here. Now, I would probably take this on the 1 minute. So I'll enter here on the 1 minute, again with two, just to make it simpler. Partial here, full TP here. Now, the only problem is on the 1 minute, there's no break even right here where this internal is. But what I'll do is I'll still set my break even if we touch this. So I'll play this out on the 30-second chart. Right here, we move the stop loss to break even. All right. And right there, that would have been a stop at break even. Didn't matter if I played that out on the 1 minute or not. Stop loss would have been at break even there. And again, if you would have taken partials at 1-to-1 risk reward, no, there's no partials there. It didn't touch it. All right. So this is just a straight up break even trade here. Now we'll continue to see what else happens here. If we get another sweep, let me fix this. There we go. Let's see. Now you could say, what if we get this right here? I would not take this. No liquidity sweep here, so not entering on this. Price gets pretty choppy. We get a sweep here. Let's check the 1 minute for a fair value gap. Nothing there. 2 minute. Nothing. So no fair value gaps here. No trade. All right. Now we have a fair value gap here on the 30-second. We have a sweep. We have two fair value gaps. So I'll check the 1 minute, see if we have a singular. We do. Now let's see if we get this. This looks big enough. 11 points. So we could get a short here. About an 80 tick stop loss. Break even at this right here. I won't do a full T or partial. I'll do partial at 1 right here. And I'll do a full TP. I'll do a full TP down either here. You could do here or here. I'll do full TP down here at this liquidity. All right. So we'll do like this. Break even. TP1 and TP2. All right, let's see if we get this. We also swept this liquidity, and we would be having delivery from like the 2 minute, because this is more of a fair value gap. The 1 minute, it was more of a liquidity void, like I said, but the 2 minute wasn't as bad. So delivery from the 2 minute and liquidity sweep of this liquidity here. Now let's see. What time did I have it on? The 1 minute? Yeah, there we go. No inverse yet. And right here, we inverse it. So we'll do, enter in with 2 again. Full TP here. Again, 2 just to make it more simple. Now, for 1-to-1 risk reward, based on our entry now, partial would be here. All right. Now let's see. All right, now our stop loss is at break even. And we might hit break even here. That's the only problem with taking a trade that closes so far down, is it hits break even so quickly. And because it's so close, it could just come back and touch it. So that's the only problem with trades that close so far down. And right there, we get stopped at break even. Like I said, that's the only problem with taking a trade that closes so close to break even. That's the only reason I don't like them. Doesn't mean I won't take them, because it doesn't mean it won't work. Because sometimes it could touch break even and just go down through it all the way to TP. But sometimes this happens, which is why I don't like these trades. They can be annoying like this. So I'll remove this. Let's see. All right. Let me fix this. Now, we have a liquidity sweep here. Let me check to see if we have any fair value gaps. 1 minute, 2 minute. We have a 2 minute here. We have a liquidity sweep. And now we have an inverse. So we have a liquidity sweep. We are not really in discount here. Let me draw this out. No, well, we are technically in discount, but we're really close to being at the 50%. But we'll enter with 2 because we have a liquidity sweep and an inverse. We'd be targeting this for break even and 1R, so that'll be partial and break even. All right, actually I don't think that would be 1R. I think I would draw it like this, about 70. Okay, so that's almost 1R, so probably take a partial there. So do TP1. I did not mean to do that. TP1 plus break even right here. And this is about a 2R, so this will be TP2 right here. Again, only using 2 contracts to make it simpler. Now let's see. We get a big push up right here. We close one off. Partials to break even, or stop loss to break even. And right there, we get stopped at break even. So this would have been a partially winning trade right here. And now it's pretty much 11. We're at 950. Don't really think I would go for anything more after this. Do we have anything? Fair value gap's too small. And it's 11. So that's the end of this day. So this day would have just been 2 break evens, or 2 partials, and then a couple break evens. If you had taken every single trade, normally I only take 1 or 2 trades and I'm done. Even if I get 1 partial and 1 break even, I'm usually done. If I get 1 full TP trade, I normally am done after that. But we didn't get a full TP, so would have taken 2 of these and would have been done. But again, just for backtesting sake, I'm going all the way through these days. So now I will go to the next day. We'll go to Tuesday, 9:30. All right. So here we're at Tuesday, 9:30. Market open. There was news at 10 a.m. So what I'll do, because I remember Monday was no news. That's why I didn't do that. But now on this day, we have 10 a.m. news. So I would pretty much not take any trades until 10 a.m. Normally, I'm fine with taking a trade until about 9:45. So we'll look for something until then. Right now, we just have kind of like a big dump here. See if we have anything. Nothing so far. Just chop. Price moves up. We have this. Well, we don't even come back to it. So now we have this one right here that we could get a short off of, but I don't see any liquidity sweeps here or anything, so I wouldn't take this. And also, we are about 15 minutes out from news. So I wouldn't be taking anything now because it's after 9:45. Now we're going to wait till 10 o'clock news. And boom, right here comes 10 o'clock news. Now we could look for something to target this high or this low. What I would want, preferably, is one of these to get taken out first so we can target the other one. So we'll see. Nothing yet. This high might get taken out. Pretty much just chop right now, and then price takes out the high. Now we could look for a setup to these data lows here that we have, because we took out the data high already. Data low. We could combine these two. Maybe get a short here. All right, we get an inverse here to these data lows. So we have 6.5. Could enter into a short here. About 5 ticks or 50 ticks stop loss. I mean, not 5. Targeting these data lows. And I'll enter with 2. Partial right here, as well as break even right here. That's at about 1. So it'd be TP1 plus break even, because that's the closest internal. Now we'll see what we get here. Boom, price goes up, closes above, and we get stopped out right there. So that one right here would have been a loss, and this would have been a good loss. I would have been fine with taking this because obviously, I mean, we have data low, good liquidity to it for target, a good liquidity pool. And yeah, I would have been okay with this loss. Now let's see, do we have any other setups here? Nothing. Price still continuing to go up. We get a sweep here. Do we have anything on the 1 minute? Let me actually fix this real quick. And again, the strategy isn't 100% win rate. It's a high win rate, but it's not 100%. So sometimes there's going to be losses like that. And I do believe that there was an SMT there, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure there was an SMT there, but it won't let me see that on replay mode. I remember this because this was from the other day. I believe there was an SMT there, but either way, let's see. We get another pump up. All right. Now we have this 1 minute here. Now this one's pretty big, so I want to see if there's a 2 minute. Okay, there is a 2 minute. It's right here. I'll combine it with this little one right here. And no inverse there. So no trade. Go back to the 30-second. So now we have this one right here that just got inversed. It's only 3 points, so I wouldn't take that. We're getting pretty close to market close here. This one's only, okay, this one's 5 points. So this one right here It's a possible trade. If we get this liquidity sweep right here, 5 points. Stop loss would be right here, about 50. Break even right here. We'll do a partial TP at 1R. And a full TP, not that, right here, at 2.1R. So we'll do this with break even here, break even, TP1, and TP2. All right, so now see if we get this inverse. No inverse there. All right, price just goes back up. Let's see this for value gap. Nothing there. Let's see, do we get an inverse? Price inverse is here, but it is very close to this break even right here. So I don't even know if I would want to take this because of how fast price can move. But let's see, we'll enter 2, 1 here, and a partial right here, break even here. And boom, that would have been a break even. You can see it hit the partial right here. And then would have gotten stopped at, or hit the partial, sorry. Hit the break even right here and would have went back and touched it. So that would have been a break even trade right there. All right, so that would have been break even. See if we get anything else up here. Trying to delete these, but leave these liquidities up here. Let's see if we get anything. Nothing here. And we are at 11. So this day would have been a losing trade. Unless you saw the SMT, which we can't see because on replay mode, it won't really let me do that. All right, so we're going to go on to one more day. We'll go on to Wednesday now. 9:30 again. All right, we're here at market open. We get a big push down and a big push back up. Let's see, do we have any fair value gaps here? Let's check the 1 minute, nothing. 2 minute, nothing. So we'll just keep watching. All right, we get a big push down again. We have some fair value gaps here. We have a single 2 minute here. Let's see. So we have a singular 2 minute right here. Now, again, this fair value gap is really big. So I don't really know if I would want to take this. It's just way too big for me. I have to target really, really far for this. So I wouldn't take this. We'll just see what happens here. We are coming back up into premium. We get a sweep of this. We also have this fair value gap here, which we could get an inverse on. 6 points, but it chopped around a lot next to this fair value gap. So I don't really know if I like that one. Would like to get a better, like a new fair value gap. We get a sweep here and a new fair value gap. Now, how big is this? About 5 points. And we get an inverse. Now, the only problem is we have these equal highs above. We're not supposed to, one of my rules is I'm not supposed to short with equal highs above. So I'm not going to take this. I will wait for these equal highs to get taken. And boom, equal highs get taken here. No fair value gap, which sucks. Let's see if we get something here. Let's check how big is this fair value gap? Only 2 points. Wouldn't take that. Now we have a new fair value gap here. Sweep this. Let's check the 1 minute. We have a 1 minute here now. 5 points. This one seems good. Around a 50 point or 50 tick. I mean, I'll do 45 here. 45 tick stop. We'll do break even here. What risk reward is this? Not one yet. So I'll do partials here at about 1. So a little bit after this. I'm not going to draw one literally right next to this. But then we'll do a full TP here at about 2. R at this right here. All right. Let's see if we get this. We also swept this as well, by the way. Let's see. No inverse there. No inverse there. No inverse yet. No inverse. And boom, an inverse right there. So again, this inverse took out this newly created internal liquidity right here. So no trade there. Price comes back up. See if we get anything here. Nothing. Price goes down and takes out this liquidity again. Fair value gap's too small. So no trades here. Now we have a sweep of all of this liquidity here. A lot of it, actually. We get a sweep of this as well. And we are now in this not 1050 macro, not 950. Sorry. And we have this fair value gap here. This one's big enough. Let's see if we get something here. All right. I'm going to check the 30 second. 30 second. Wrong one. Right here. 30 second right here. I actually like this one. Now, the problem with this 30 second, so we did sweep this again. We did sweep this as well by about a tick. So this 30 second would be nice. And our break even would have to be right below this fair value gap. Now, the problem is we do have a 1 minute and a 2 minute, but all of these are like on one big move. So this 30 second wouldn't be bad if we were to do break even either here, because it's about 1 R, or break even here, right at the top of this move. And would do about a full TP right here. So break even would be at the bottom of this fair value gap with a partial and full TP up there. So we'll do TP, TP1 plus break even at the bottom of this fair value gap, just in case if it rejects this. And we'll have TP2 up here. Let's see. Price already hits our break even, so no trade here. So nothing there. So now the only available trade would really be this 1 minute, where we could do like a break even right here. Because the 2 minute is too much. I feel like, I don't know, 2 minutes not bad, but I don't know where we do break even. But let's see if we get this 2 minute, because it's the higher time frame. Let's see what I would do. I would do break even and partial at 1 risk reward here, and a full TP up here at this. So I'll do this at the bottom of this for value gap. TP1 plus break even, because that's about 1R. And then TP2 right here. We are in this 1050 macro. Let's see if we get this inverse. No inverse there. And that's end of the AM session. So no trade here either. And yeah, that's it for this back testing. We got in 3 days. 1 losing trade. I'm pretty sure there was an SMT on that losing trade though, if I'm not wrong. Because it was a couple of days ago. I do remember it. I'm pretty sure that there was a SMT there, which would have made me not take it. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys leave a like. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment. Any video suggestions, leave a comment. Make sure you guys join my Discord, and I'll see you later.